Hello Tanzania, hello world. This is Leila Ahmed speaking, and today I'm going to have a speech out about some leadership facts. The very first and foremost leadership fact is leadership is not for the weak. That is the very first and foremost pillar. The foundation to being a leader is being stronger, because we have a journey of being an eye to others, and then standing to see regulations are followed, or initiating the regulations that are for building up and making things straight. The next is awakening those slept regulations that have been put into drawers, that have been kept on a blind eye at within an organization or within a group of people. And then the next being the initiations of actions, some regulations and plans with implementing inclusive. And then being ears to your people is also among your journey towards the leadership. And then decision making and action taking, of which all of them mentioned then brings us to the next leadership fact, that leadership needs a standstill person. Why now? Why does leadership needs a standstill person? First we go up. Being an eye to others or an organization. On being an eye to others or an organization, people always doesn't want to be watched. People likes to live in a way like they do their stuffs, come to work, get off work, do mistakes, do shits, do not work properly, and still do not want to be watched. It's an exception for those people who are smart and who are disciplined. They would work even if they are not watched. But people doesn't like to be watched, and then there you're going to have quarrels with some people. You're going to have some comebacks from that action of being an eye to those people. And then upon standing to see regulations straight, upon awakening those rules and regulations that were kept a blind eye at, the same thing, you're going to have quarrels with people. Not everyone would like you to make things straight, except the bosses or except the owners would want things to go straight, but your people would never want things to go straight as the way you would like. And we come to initiations of actions and the plans and implementation. On initiations, you'll be lucky if you initiate something as a leader, and then upon analyzing it, you come and find out like, oh, this thing is a bad thing. This thing should not be implemented this way. Or no, we should not implement what you are bringing during this time. The worst part is implementing something that, be it people likes it or not, it is to be on regulations, it is required, it is needed, and it is for building up, it is for the people's growth or for the people's organizations. But then people not to like it to go that way just because they don't want to be straight. That's how people live. You initiate something which you totally see, my organization will grow if I do 1, 2, 3. My workers, my staffs will grow if we go 1, 2, 3. They will be disciplined if I do 1, 2, 3. But again, they won't like it, and there you're going to have a difficult time implementing them. You're going to have advisors. You're going to have people who would not like it to go that way. So despite it being a positive thing and a building thing, still you're going to have opposition from those people. That is among the worst, the hardest part in leading people. And then being the ear to your people. Here now is when you can either be the chief or the CEO, or you can either be the in-between leader between your people and your bosses. This is the hardest part, that you have to listen to your people. Then you have to filter every information you're given to know that, oh, okay, this I should take, this I should not take. People are complaining about this, but this is the right thing to be done. I do not have to stop just because they are complaining. You have to filter steps. You have to look at people's wishes, then filter them what to do and not what to do. And then here we go to the some people will come to you, you be their ears. Some people will come to you and then would want you to keep a blind eye at something. People will come to you in an organization and still be telling you like, oh, can you just not be making follow-ups on people if they come late? Can you be not making follow-up on people if they destroy instruments, equipment, or anything? That's when a leader has to show her or his standing upon his or her actions, that, oh, this is the right thing to do. Despite who is saying this, who is saying that, who is saying that, I still have to do this. You be the ears to your people, but then still you need to filter, but then still you can need to stand against their advice if it doesn't go according to the right and how things are to be followed. And then coming to decision making and action taking, here is when leadership is being a journey of a growing tree. Upon this journey, a tree starts from the low with its people. You're gonna have the leaves, yes, the few leaves. Then as much as you grow, you'll need to lose some leaves so that the stem stands. And as much as that tree grows, you'll need to lose also some branches so that the trees keep standing still. And then after you grow and grow, then when the fruits are made from that tree also, those who are the fruits, when it's time to harvest them, you are going to harvest them and make it be the use to the people of which it serves. But when the fruit has rotten just on the tree, the stem has to see it and shake it out so that it gets down. And sometimes wind will just blow and shakes it off naturally and make that fruit down. So leadership is being like that. Leadership is being that stem of the tree, and the whole tree is an organization. It doesn't mean that just because we started with something, when it gets its time, it is rotten or it is no longer good for being holding that position or being holding to that stem. That thing should be shed out just to let the tree grow, just to let the tree being standing still, just to let the tree keeping making those fruits for the people. So leadership is among the journey of like a growing tree. You need to know that as a leader, not everybody you have heard since the beginning, you're going to have these people until the end, because some of them will not give you the satisfaction of performance, satisfaction of discipline, satisfaction of whatever the policies, the rules, the regulations you have made. And those kind of people, you are not going to make it up to the end with them. Taking a totality of all these stuffs among their leadership journey, taking a totality of decision making, actions to be taken, brings us to the point that people will always hate you. Nobody likes to be touched despite how bad they are. No wonder even if you catch a gangster or a killer, they'll still hate you for catching them, because that is nature. People never likes to be caught or to be held responsible of their mistakes, and that's human nature. So upon doing that, you have to get to know that people will hate you. Upon doing it, you have to know even those people who liked things to go the right way, who liked things to go the straight way, who liked things to be straight, who didn't like those evils or those bad stuffs that we're doing, could also side up with those people who have done mistake just because you've done an action. Despite it being that that action was for building up this organization, they'll still hate you. And then here now we go back to that point, like leadership is not for the weak. Leadership needs a standstill person. Why? If you're not a standstill person, those haters, those people who are shaking you, bringing you words, bringing you advices upon you not doing actions, upon you not standing on the right thing to do, will always shake you. Hypocrisy will shake you. The haters will shake you. Being loved will shake you, and the rates of being loved, whether it decreases or it increases, will shake you. And then from being shaken from this type of people, you will never ever be the leader of your words. You will never ever be the leader of your actions, and that is going to weaken up your leadership, and then you will no longer belong there. Totally. And then we proceed. You need to remember another fact upon leadership journey, and this is when you were choosing to get that position, you need to remember that not everybody liked it. You never know, maybe some other people liked that position, or even if they didn't like it, maybe they didn't love it for it to be you. Obviously, people doesn't like straight people, and that is so open in nowadays world. Straight people are always hated, and so you need to remember that not everyone liked the position I was given. And so for the actions I'm doing, it's not like no one will love what I'm doing. In short or in deep, it's like you need to expect haters, be it they liked you or not. And another thing to remember upon that journey of leadership is when you are given that position, you need to know that not everybody likes you to be on that position. There are two things. It's either there are other people who liked to be given that position, and the other fact is that not everyone would love it for you to be there in that position. And upon this fact, I can put it like it can be according to the nature of fact that a lot of people do not like straight people. Whenever you're straight, it's an open thing that you get hated. So upon your leadership journey, you need to know that fact that not everyone loves it for you to be on that position. And if you are a straight person, not a corner person, that is an added addition there, that people will hate you more. Few will love you if they want things to be straight. And if you are an intermediate, bosses will love it, but those people don't want to love it and will hate you, despite the fact that it is not that you're doing something wrong. No, you're doing something right, but they won't love it. So you need to expect haters. You need to expect comebacks. You need to expect insurrections. And upon this all, you need to stand still like, okay, shake it, do this, do that. This is the right path. This is where we're going to stand. This is what we're going to do. That is among the journey of the leader. We are proceeding. Upon that leadership comes friends. Friends. Oh. Friends will be there, but they will never, ever like it for you to do any action to them. Any single action to them. When they do any mistake, whenever they ruin issues, whenever they have to follow regulations, there is a certain regulation that friend of yours would never want you to do any actions towards her or against her. And that is when you're going to lose those friendships. You're going to lose those friends. You're going to get away from friendship stuff, sometimes just because of leadership. If you are a good leader, you are going to stand still. And if that friend is a good friend, then you are going to mend up, just because it should never be a stepping stone, like because you're my friend, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, Z. Because your friend can make a gate for you to be attacked, like, why are you doing this to this person, this to that person? And remember, to be a strong leader, you need to be straight. Be it your mother, your father, your brother, your whoever, some facts need to be straight. Everything we have talked brings us to one another fact, that is, if you think you are seeking for love, you are seeking to be loved, leadership is not for you. Totally, leadership is not for you if you are seeking of being loved. Leadership will need you to do all of the above mentioned. So whenever you want to be a leader, you have to let things flow. Those who loves it will love it. Those who hate it, let them hate it. As long as things are going straight, as long as regulations are followed, as long as you're keeping building up, as long as you are making them learn, you don't need to seek for anybody to love you. And it's an open fact that is all over known. Not anybody, not everybody will love a leader who is straight. So you need to expect that, and you need to stand still against all these facts. And the very last thing I would like to speak today is, then upon all the facts we have discussed through, brings us to something called ownership. People doesn't always understand when we speak of ownership. When we are telling you of ownership, we mean just get into somebody's shoes. Be it you. Assume like, if I could be owning this organization, if I could be this leader of this organization, would I have liked it for people to come late at work? Would I have loved it for people to dodge unnecessary days and days at work and still I pay them? Would I have loved it for them not giving the services my customers deserves and still keep these people with me in my organization? Could I wear those shoes, get into those shoes, and then assume like, if I could be this organization's leader, if I could be the founder of this leader, would I have been let people causing me losses and losses daily? Huge losses. Losses that if I look, they're giving me a hard time on running up this organization. Could I? That's what we call ownership. You need to get onto those person's shoes, be there, assume now you're that owner, assume now you're that leader, and see like, would I have loved things to go this way with my people? Some of the people who hate every regulation's kept, everything's being done to make their organization straight, could have been the very first people who could not stand being keeping those people around them. Some of them could have been even much bitter with the current leaders, much bitter than the current regulations, and could have set up some strategies that would be even harmful, just if they could get into those positions. Some of them could not be even able to foundate the organizations, could not stand the losses, could not stand seeing misconducts, could not stand seeing everything that they are acting like it is normal and they are practicing currently, just because this is not my organization, this is somebody's organization. We need to have that respect that I work for this place and this place works for me because it pays me. I need to give it 100. I need to have satisfaction towards them. I need to work like if this place were mine. That is when people are going to make it to the right way. That is when people are not going to see like, oh, these rules or these regulations are being so stone-stepping towards us, are being so harsh towards us. Nothing is harsh as long as you take it positive. As long as those regulations are for building, no regulations is kept unless it's for building up. So as long as you are a straight person, a disciplined person, you're going to have no problem with anything upon that. So there are a lot of costs to carry upon leadership. A lot. There are a lot of sacrifices you need to make upon leadership, and that's when we come to the fact that for those costs to carry and pay, for those sacrifices to pay upon leadership, haters and every stuff, leadership is never for the weak. You're gonna be shaken, you're gonna be getting the mental breakdown if you're not stronger enough to stand against them, and then leadership needs a stand still person. So along all the facts, we'll talk day and night, years and years, but leadership is never for the weak. Never. Thank you.